San Diego Zoo in San Diego.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Couple of areas that you're going to want to cover on foot. The road over here to the right, Bird and Primate Mesa. Some of our bigger apes are still down here. The smaller ones are being housed in other locations throughout the zoo. But you can check on your map and find out where those areas are at. There's gorillas, orangutan, Scripps and Owens Aviary, Albert's, our fine dining restaurant, and the Treetops Cafe. Directly in front of us, the reptile house. Right behind it, Weatherford Bowl. The first sea lion show will be at 1 o'clock. Skyfari East, the Children's Zoo, Petting Zoo, and Hummingbird Aviary, all up in that part of the zoo grounds. If you're new to the kangaroo buses and you haven't done the full loop around the zoo grounds yet, follow it on your map, and this way you'll be able to get a better idea where some of the animals are. Head back and visit with them later. Also become more familiar as to how the zoo grounds are laid out, and you'll be able to get around a lot easier. Safety rules, real quickly, and that is to keep head, arms, legs, and children inside the bus at all times. We're going to be driving very close to walls, trees, bushes, and sometimes very close to other buses. We're traveling down through Tiger River right now. This area designed to be a replica of a Southeast Asian rainforest, the second and largest bioclimatic zone that was built here at the zoo. Every now and then we get the opportunity to see a tiger from the bus. I can see one right now. There should be a couple of them in there. I'm going to move down real slow so that everybody can get a chance to see them. The two younger ones still on exhibit right now. Actually, three of them. There are the other two. Actually, and there might even be four. I'm not exactly sure. We do have one little one that came to us not too long ago. These are the younger ones. They're usually out until about noontime. It looks like they're out a little bit longer today. I can't tell you exactly how long they're going to be out for, but these are the three that were born here at the zoo. They are the offspring to both the male and the female that we keep down here at Tiger River. Two males and a little female born on October the 17th. They are 9 months old, a little bit over 9 months old. Great opportunity to see them right now because they are probably going to get put away a little bit later on. What you might want to do also is to take this walking pathway that you see down below. The entrance to Tiger River is located right across from stop number 1, which is where we just left. So once you take this walking pathway, you're able to find 3 windows from which you can come and see the tigers. Other animals that you're also going to find here are fishing cats. We have a 10-foot python, birds, Malaya tapirs, and also crocodiles. Let's head on down into the Achiri Forest, located in Central Africa, and home to our river hippos. Now we are going to look down below and see some great big windows. This is where you can come and watch the hippos under the water. The hippos will stay under pretty much all day long. They won't exit until really late this afternoon when it gets a little bit cooler and also closer towards your feeding time. We do have a mom with a baby hippo. She's just probably about a month and a half old right now, born right here at the zoo. The okapis we can see pretty well. Those are the animals that you see towards the back behind the hippo enclosure. You might notice that the okapi these have the stripes on the legs like a zebra, but are not related to the zebras. Also more of a horse-like looking body, but look at their heads. A little bit closer to the giraffe. The only relative to the giraffe. These animals also have 15-inch tongues that they will use to strip the leaves off branches. And they're somewhat of a new animal to us, just discovered in 1901. The San Diego Zoo sits on 125 acres, founded by Dr. Henry Wigglesworth in 1916. We have over 4,000 animals, and we also have over 6,500 different types of plants. We're still continuing to see the Achuri Forest over here to the right-hand side. If you look in front of the building or amongst the trees, back towards the water, some smaller primates that are called goannas. We also have Allen swamp monkeys, spot-necked otters, forest buffalo, and Dubrasa granite. This road that you see coming up on the right is called Panda Canyon. Now, Panda Canyon is where the pandas are located. You can also notice if you're following along on your maps, it does loop around and it can hook you up with either Cat Canyon or Bear Canyon. Right now, we are going to be pulling into stop number 2 for the lower level only to exit from the bus. So if some of you downstairs want to head back and see the pandas, this is a close stop. The canyon stop will be for persons that are riding upstairs. That's also a really close stop to go see the pandas. They're out today until 2:30.
What time do we have? Should we get off and see them, you think? Number 4. Okay. Yeah, she was just talking. Are we off till 2:30?
Are you getting off? I want to make sure no one's getting off.
Over to the right-hand side, up on the hill, that's where we keep our birds of prey. That's called Eagle Hill. We have the Harpy's Eagle, the Stellar Sea Eagle, the Lammergeier, which is also called the Bearded Vulture, and the Andean Condor. On our left, the zoo hospital, right next to it is CREST, which is the Center for Reproduction of Endangered Species. The center works both with the zoo, with the Wild Animal Park, and zoos throughout the country on research and breeding programs. We also have a program here at the zoo called the Browse Program, and that's where we try and grow a lot of our own plants to feed to the animals as part of the enrichment. Over here to the right, you'll see several types of eucalyptus, which is one of our 7 major plant collections. We feed this to the koalas and also some of our birds. And I'll point out a couple more of these plants as we go along. Interstate 163 is on your left. Take it north about 35 miles. It will get you out to the Wild Animal Park, which is about 20 times larger than the zoo. It sits on about 1,800 acres. Right now, we're heading up to Polar Bear Plunge and also pulling into stop number 3. Stop number 3 is also for persons that ride downstairs only. For those of you that are upstairs and would like to see polar bears, I can let you off at stop number 4, and we'll be headed up there in just a couple minutes. But right now, only the lower level to exit from the bus. Is another one of our bioclimatic zones. This one opened the summer of 1996. We now have 6 polar polar bears. And we're going to pull up over here to the left and see what polar bears are on exhibit. There's one of the big ones right on the other side of the enclosure. If you haven't been down here yet, you'll need to come and see the bears behind the windows. That's where you're going to get one of your best views. You might see the reflection of the windows right now. They're moving on the other side. They do have access to that whole other side. So seeing them behind the windows is the best way to see them. There should be 4 polar bears in there, 2 males, 2 females. Shikara, Chinook, the girls are 6 years old. Buzz and Neil are the boys, and they are 5 years old. And a good time to see them also is when they're awake and active and moving around, because they will be taking a little bit of a break later on today. So it looks like I see them all the way on the other side. This pool has over 130,000 gallons of water kept at a 55-degree temperature. Other animals that you can also find here are Siberian reindeer. Reindeer, the only type of deer where both males and females have antlers. We also have a really nice collection of different types of birds and diving ducks. Look for smaller animals here on the right. Saharan Dorcas gazelle can be found in that first exhibit right next door. Palavian deer, they come from the Philippines. Up ahead are small antelope type looking animals from Africa. They are called crown divers. And our peccaries coming up in this first exhibit. You can see them all the way back in the corner. These pig-like animals that have long coarse hair. The most endangered of the 3 species are the ones that we have here at the zoo. The Chicoan giant peccaries found in parts of Argentina, Bolivia, and also Paraguay. If you bought the Kangaroo Deluxe package, this is another way to head back over here to Polar Bear Plunge. The safari runs only in 2 directions, east and west. So if you take it from here, it's going to take you back towards the entrance. And it's about a 1/3 of a mile ride, and you're up in the air about 170 feet. We're looking at toucans right now, these animals that are distant relatives of the musk ox. They come from the same place that the pandas do. They are found in the mountains of China, and they are also considered to be treasures of China, just like the giant panda and also the golden monkey. We're going to pull into stop number 4 right now. This is a stop for both upper and lower level to exit from the bus. So some of you want to get off here and head back down to see the polar bears, or if you would like to ride the Safari back towards the entrance, also switching levels. This is the stop that you can do that at.
I think you have to wait for them to close.
Okay, we're going to be traveling right now into Hornet Hoof Mesa, and most of the animals that we're going to see here are from Africa. Africa is home to 72 of the 84 species of antelope. Here on the right, you can see the Lord Derby's giant eland, which is the largest of the antelope. And we have a family of 3 on exhibit right now. The male eland lying down right now. Really large, actually. Once they stand, they can reach about 6 feet in height from the shoulders and 10 feet in length. We have the younger eland that's feeding amongst the trees right up there in the center. He just turned a year old in June. Also, a couple of large gray and white birds that sort of look like vultures are called the marabou stork. Those are scavenger birds with vulture-like habits, and most birds that do not have any feathers on their head are considered to be scavenger birds. You can also find some little submarine gazelles. This is one of the animals that we have here at the zoo as part of our breeding program, so you'll see a few of these throughout the zoo grounds. Birds of paradise are on our left. You'll hear these birds throughout the day. Some of them are really pretty. They're also very colorful. Those come from New Guinea. We're going to try and find our sable antelope over here to the right-hand side. These are somewhat new to the zoo. We've had them in this exhibit just under a year. 2 females and 1 male. The male is the one that's slightly darker in color and will be turning almost completely black in color as he gets older, but still having the white underbelly. I want to show you this picnic area coming up here on the right. You can see that one of the moving walkways will bring you right up here into Hornet Hoof Mesa. There's also a walking trail there that will get get you down into Cat Canyon. We are going to be traveling through the canyons, but there are several trails that will get you down there, so I'll be pointing some of these out. Wapiti are one of the largest and one of the rarest deer in the world, and the only chance for this large animal to now survive is to have it survive through captive breeding. Right now these animals are also very close to extinction in their natural habitat. In 1995, I believe there was only about 50 to 55 of these animals left in the world. We do have them here as part of our breeding program. You might see one of the little ones amongst the exhibit here. We do have a couple of them that have been born into this enclosure, and they're under 2 months old. But you'll notice this wapiti, the younger one, still has the white spots on it, and that's what they look like when they're born, with the white spots, the spots disappearing as they get a little bit older. We have over here to our left somewhat of an unusual looking animal that is not a goat or an antelope. They're sort of in between. They're called saigas, and they come from Russia. This is the only one that we have. It's a female. Males do get horns on them. And saigas are animals that at one time had to become protected. They were being hunted for their meat, horns, and also for their leather. The forest buffalo that you see here on the right are the same ones that you're able to find in the Ituri forest. They're the smallest. They reach about 4 feet in height. And then right next door we have our Damara zebra. Our little one in here born on June the 20th, a little female. Damara zebras not only have a black and white stripes towards or behind, you'll notice one that's slightly lighter, and that is referred to as the shadow stripe. We're pulling into stop number 5 right now. For the lower level only to exit from the bus, we're done with Horn and Hoof Mesa, just about done with Horn and Hoof Mesa. We're going to be heading over to stop number 6 and then down into the canyon. Stop number 5, lower level.
Okay, Eddie! Oh, there's a truck that way. Eddie! Not 2 more stops. Eddie!
Alex, it's not over here.
You were mad to say that, huh?
Okay, we're going to take a look at about 4 more different types of gazelles. The ones over here to our left are called the springbok gazelle. So you're going to notice the color on the gazelles always being a very light tan color, which is going to help reflect the heat off their coats, especially when they're out in the deserts of Africa. Those are called gearnucks, these beautiful animals that you see over here to the right-hand side, sometimes referred to as the giraffe gazelle because of that long, slender neck that they have. And the one that we are looking at right now that's closer to us is the male. You'll notice he's the only one that has horns. The smallest of the gazelles are Saharan Dorcas. We're looking at them right now. These little ones, as well as some other ones that you'll see throughout the zoo grounds, are animals that can grow for a pretty long period of time without drinking water. They're able to get a lot of the moisture that they need from the plants that they eat every day. This is all part of their adaptation. They also have very special kidneys that are able to recycle any water that they have inside of their systems. The pretty brown and white ones over here to our left, now found in zoos and protected areas only, are called the Moors gazelles. And then right next door, the lightest colored of all the gazelles are the slenderhorn gazelles from northern Africa. If you have cameras, you might want to get them ready. We should have a great photo opportunity coming up next with the tallest of the land mammals. We have our Maasai giraffes reaching anywhere between 15 to 18 feet in height. This is Artie right here in front of us. He's a young male that was born here at the zoo 5 years ago. And one of the little ones that just bent over, you saw how carefully she did that. And this is the reason that these animals do not walk right out of their exhibit. It looks like they might be able to very easily, but giraffes are animals that do not have very good balance. Because they carry most of their weight towards the front of the body, they don't like stepping upwards or downwards because they're afraid that they're going to fall over. This is why they don't attempt to walk out of their exhibit. They pretty much like to stay put on flat land. These two little ones that we're looking at right now are sisters. They were fathered by Silver, our adult male. Their names are Johari and Arlene, and they were a year old on January the 10th and on January the 19th. That's Arlene, the one that we're looking at right now, and her sister Johari, which means jewel in Swahili. The moms to these little ones are also in here, Abby and Twiga. Abby, our oldest giraffe, is 15 years old, and that's Silver, this taller male that we're looking at right now. These two little girls are his first offspring, so we did get a couple of little girls from him. And then right behind the rock wall, that's where the giraffes are going to go in for the evening, and they each have their own little stall or own little bedroom that they go into for the night. Now keep looking over to the left-hand side. We're going to see whether we can find any bearded pigs. We have a few of them. You'll see some of them foraging through the ground right now. Maybe about 10 or 12 of them in here. Look at their faces, and you'll see why they're called the bearded pigs, both males and females having beards. They're found in Borneo. These pigs can travel in groups of up to 100, and it's usually just moms and babies traveling together. The male pig will rarely travel with the group. Right next door to the bearded pigs, you can see Bowean deer. There's a little male back in the corner. Look for the little girl, little female in here. She's sometimes a little bit harder to find. Look for three different types of animals here on the right-hand side. A couple of different types of gazelles. The lighter colored ones are called submarine gazelles. The ones that are more on the tannish side are called cuvier's. These animals that have the very long, sharp, skewer-like horns are called bison oryx. And there's a young oryx. You can see it right there amongst the other ones that is probably just a couple weeks old or so, born right inside of this exhibit. Over here on our left, you can see this huge cactus-like looking tree that's called a euphorbia. Look behind the euphorbia tree, over towards the right, some very shy forested antelopes. Those are called the bongos. The bongos are really pretty. If you get a chance to come back and take a look at them a little bit longer and a little bit closer, they've got very nice markings all over their faces and onto their bodies, and you can count anywhere between 12 to 14 stripes on their bodies. The fallow deer you'll see next. We also have a little one in there that's just a couple months old. And also pulling into stop number 6 right now. We're going to be heading down into Cat Canyon in just a couple minutes. Stop number 6 for persons that are riding downstairs only.
Downstairs. One's waiting for it. It's about 2 minutes away, or I can take it now.
Stop number 6, there is an extra bus that's going around right now called the Sweep, which is also giving a guided tour. So if you see it, it's bus number 15 throughout the zoo grounds. That is also an extra bus that we've just added because we're getting to a part of the day when we get very, very busy, and as you can see, our buses are really full. So around this time, we do add an extra bus to also give a guided tour and sort of help us out. Another one of our major pine collections over here to the left. Several types of bamboo. The tallest grass in the world is what we feed to the pandas. You're going to see some very big rocks coming up here on the right-hand side. This is the first acknowledged bioclimatic zone that was built here at the zoo. It is called the African rock copy. These rocks were built right here on the grounds. Now, if you look right about in the center of the copy, you'll see some very small antelopes. They are called cliff springers. The two males on each end. The one that's over towards the left-hand side was born inside of this exhibit, and it's probably about 8 to 9 months old right now. The males are the only ones that have horns. Copies are found in the deserts of Africa, and what they are is volcanic outcroppings that will jut up about 500 feet on what otherwise would be very plain and flat land. So there will be a lot of birds and animals and plants that are going to live in the protection of these huge rocks. Now, the cliff springers, which are those little antelopes that we saw, can be found in that exhibit, but also we have dwarf mongoose, another animal that looks like an overgrown guinea pig that is called the rock hyrax, and we also have a really nice collection of different types of birds. Also look for a couple of predator birds that are called the bachelor eagles. Okay, so we just entered Cat Canyon. Goat, antelope animals coming up here on the right. Those are called the Chinese gorillas. Up at the very top, you can see one of the little ones that's just a couple months old. Right next door, we have the Spanish ibex and another little one in here that's just maybe a week or two older than that first one that we just saw. Heading on down, we're going to see whether we can find a Rocky Mountain goat, and I have a feeling that he's still in the back right now. You can see him standing all the way in the back, right where that opening is at. So he'll make his way out a little bit later on today. The Dall sheep next door, these are the only white wild sheep. They are found in Canada and Alaska. And then here we have our Rocky Mountain bighorn sheep from North America. Our male with his huge horns. It takes him about 12 years to get horns that large. Even though they're hollow, they can weigh anywhere between 25 to 30 pounds. His horns weigh more than the rest of the bones in his body combined. We're going to try and find a goat that's called the Japanese sorrel. And there's one of them all the way up at the top, just peeking over. We're going to try to find a couple more, see whether we can get a better view. These are animals that are found in South and Central Japan. And in Japan, they're considered to be a special natural monument because they're very rare animals. It's a very agile, and it's also a very territorial goat. Our warthogs coming up next. We've got a pretty good view of them. All the way towards the back, you can see the two girls getting into it. We also have a male in here. He might be down in the hole. There he is, right down in the hole. You can see his great big tusks sticking out. Yeah, the girls don't get along very well. And every now and then you'll see them fingering like you see her doing right now. Now we do have some baby warthogs that were born just a few days ago. Let's see whether we can find them. This is their exhibit. And you might see them running around. If you want to look for them later on, here comes the mom. And there are the babies all the way in the back. Let's see whether they come out. 4 baby warthogs, less than a week old, I think. See if they follow along. They're so cute. Perfect view. Now, earlier today when I came by here, I couldn't find them. So sometimes these pigs sleep a lot during the day. The hottest part of the day, they like to nap. So if you don't see her in there, that means that she's down either in the loaded area napping or right back towards the back behind the rock wall also napping. So we were really lucky and fortunate to be able to see them in the exhibit right now. These smaller enclosures that are coming up next is a really good example of what our zoo used to look like. These were built back in the 1920s, so you can look for some of our littler animals in here. Those are little persix boxes. I think we have about 3 or 4 of them in there. African civets, the fossas, the caracals, which are small cats that are related to the lynx. We have 3 of them in here, and then a Eurasian otter in this very last exhibit. We had a 12 o'clock show here at Hunt Amphitheater called the Wild One Show. You won't want to miss one of these shows. You'll see brand new animals here that you will not see throughout the zoo. So this is really a great show to come to. There will be another one at 2 o'clock, another one at 4, and our big cats coming up here on the left-hand side. Orson, our black jaguar, he's heading, here he comes back down again towards the very corner of the enclosure. Orson does spend a lot of time down towards the very bottom of the exhibit, so if some of you want to take the catwalk later on, which is this pathway that you see up above, get a much closer view of some of these big cats. Once you see Orson a little bit closer, you're going to notice that he is not only black, he's got spots on him, just like the regular jaguars do. Next door, we have a couple of North Chinese leopards, and if you don't see them up at the top, you need to look for them on the ground. We have a male and a female in there. And then in the very last exhibit, also to the left-hand side, you'll want to look for the Persian leopard. And those are the hornbills that we just heard, those great big birds that have a very large beak. About 4 different types of hornbills in there. Okay, here we are at the canyon stop, all the way down at the bottom of the canyon. If you want to go see the pandas, get off here, walk straight ahead, take a right, take the road on the right. It's only about a minute away. The 2 moving walkways also located down here. We have Canyon Cafe right around the corner if you want to get something to eat, or if you want to head back and visit with the big cats. Canyon stop for both upper and lower level. to Hornet Hook Mesa. Directly in front of us, right where the clock is the one that will get you back up into Bird and Primate Mesa, Gorilla Tropics, and also towards the entrance. There's Canyon Cafe. The road that you see coming up here on the right is Panda Canyon. The Panda's out until 2:30 today. If you're over by Gorilla Tropics, another way to head down here is through the Rockthrough Aviary. You can see it over here to the right-hand side. You can find about 50 to 60 species of birds in there. That is called Owens Rainforest Aviary. We're going to be passing by Bayou's exhibit, Bob Panda, and I'm pretty sure that we're not going to be able to see her because usually she sleeps most of the day. Might be coming out later on this afternoon, so I'm going to go ahead and turn off my mic. If we've got a good view, I will go ahead and stop. If not, then we're just going to go ahead and move on. The Alaskan brown bears have access to both of these exhibits over here to our left, and there's Sheena walking towards the back. Spanky's still in the water right now. These are brother and sister, 16 years old, and this is a great time for some of you to head down here and see them because they're awake and moving around. They'll probably be sleeping a little bit later on. California Sea Lions are right next door. Don't forget the first Sea Lion show will be at 1 o'clock. We're going to try and be back over at stop number 1 a little bit before 1, so if somebody want to catch the first show of the day held at the Wagaforth Bowl. Our lions are in here. They're all the way towards the back. You can look for 2 male lions that are twins. They're going to be turning 8 years old in August. And then right next door are spectacled bears. With the spectacled bears, you'll want to look for the white markings that they have around their eyes, which is how they get their names. It looks like they're wearing large spectacles. Those are very endangered bears. They're the only ones that are found in South America. Palms is another one of our major plant collections, and you'll see several types of palms in this part of the zoo grounds. Over 150 are grown throughout the zoo. Since we've been traveling through the canyons, we do not go on Camel Road, and I'm going to show you the entrance to Camel Road in just a second. You can walk over there and find our Bactrian camels. We also have a young camel that was born on May the 23rd. It's a young male. You can also find the Parma wallabies, tree kangaroos, celerying and Cuvier's gazelles, and also some bats in this very first exhibit. The great big ones are called the Indian fruit bats. The smaller ones are called the mountain fruit bats. And at nighttime, and if some of you are going to be here for night zoo, at nighttime you can see the bats flying inside of the exhibit. This is the Kiwi Trail over here to the right. So this is another quick way to head down into Cat Canyon and also Hunt Amphitheater, so if you want to catch the shows later on. A couple of our zoo characters over here to the left-hand side. You'll see them throughout the zoo grounds, especially right here behind Sydney's Grill. They'll be more than happy to get their pictures taken with you. We just entered Elephant Mesa. We're going to go towards the back and around to take a look at our elephants and also our rhinos. This is our male rhino. His name is Little. Southern black rhinos is what we have here at the zoo. Also called hook lip rhinos, and they're called the hook lip rhinos because of the way their top lip is shaped. Looks like they might have a little finger or a little hook on the end of it. They can extend that top lip all the way out, and that is because they are browsers. They like feeding on trees and shrubs and bushes. We have a river hippo inside of the pool. Let's wait here for a second and see if we're able to see her. I did see her earlier as the pool was filling up. Her name is Mashavu. She's going to be 2 years old on August the 31st. She is also the offspring to the female that's down in the Aturi Forest, the one that gave birth about a month and a half ago. I'm pretty sure she's in there, but I did see her in there earlier today. So look for her later on. She's going to spend most of her day in the water too, just like the river hippos. They are nocturnal, sleeping most of the day, active late in the afternoon and into the evening. 2 more rhinos coming up. This is Mimi. This is our female rhino, and Mimi and Little are the parents to the one that's going to be coming up right next door. His name is Limpopo. Limpopo was born here at the zoo 4 years ago. He turned 4 years old at the end of May. I'll make sure when you walk around today to please notice all the signs that will ask you to not feed the animals. They all have very special diets. Please do not touch or pick any of our plants or our flowers. We do have some plants here at the zoo that are really endangered, just like a lot of our animals. Let's take a look at our elephants. We have 3. They are all girls. Debbie and Samidi are the 2 Asian elephants, and Tembo are African elephants. And let's stop here for just a few seconds and hear them. They're in this small enclosure, but that's because they're cleaning out that big area of the head. So as soon as they're done cleaning out their big exhibit, they're all going to be let out into the big enclosure. They live between 60 to 70 years old. Our elephants are between 20 and 30 years old. Couple of animals from South America. Here on our left, there's the capybaras right under the tree towards the back, right up against the wall. These are the largest of the rodents. You can look for a family of 5, a mom with her 4 kids, all of them born in this exhibit. And then at the very end of the enclosure, you might be able to get a glimpse of the beard tapirs. They shared this exhibit. And don't forget, if you walk down through Tiger River, look for Malayan tapirs. We're going to be pulling into stop number 7 for the lower level only to exit from the bus. This will be the last stop before we head back over to stop number 1. Stop number 7, lower level. Here to our left. Right on top of the branches to the left of the tree, one of our little meerkats. This is another meerkat exhibit that you can find here at Elephant Mesa, and then you can travel up towards the Children's Zoo and find another meerkat exhibit there. Okay, somebody picked up something. If you're looking for a place to eat today, you might want to check out Sydney's Grill. You can see it over here to the right-hand side. Check your map. It does have a list of all the places that you can eat, along with the different types of foods that you're able to find at each one of these locations. Koalas, the last exhibit that we're going to be go by. Koalas are not bears. You'll hear a lot of people calling them koala bears, but they're not. They are marsupials. They are just like the kangaroos. That means that the little ones spend the first part of their life inside of their mom's pouches. We do have a koala under the very first umbrella. We're going to see whether we can find it. And sometimes they curl up in the little ball when they're sleeping, and they're a little bit hard to find, but it should be right amongst the eucalyptus. And actually it is there, but it's really hard to see. But you can also see them by taking the steps over here to the left. Follow them up. We do have 3 rows in the back where you're able to find more koalas, and then on the other side of the koala barn, we have more tree kangaroos. The San Diego Zoo does have one of the largest koala collections outside of Australia, and the reason for that is the eucalyptus, which is the only thing that they eat. We're able to grow it right here on the grounds for them. If you're new to the kangaroo buses, I know I picked up some new riders. Look for the buses with the green banner that say Kangaroo Bus Tours, the only ones that are able to stop and pick you up. We're going to continue to be on the 3-bus schedule, coming around every 20 minutes, only until 4 o'clock. So if you're here after 4, we're going to be switching over to the 2-bus schedule, Kangaroo buses coming around every 30 minutes. Don't forget that you can continue to use these buses for night zoo. We're going to be open until 10 o'clock tonight, and the last Kangaroo bus leaving stop number 1 at 9 o'clock tonight. And that will be the last bus tour of the day. Plenty of things to do here at stop 1. If you want to hurry and catch that first sea lion show, walk straight ahead. after that banner that you see straight ahead, go over towards the right-hand side. Right behind the reptile house, you will find Weckerford Bowl, the first sea lion show starting at 1. Also, you can take the Skybari from here over to Polar Bear Plunge, the Children's Zoo, Petting Zoo, Reptile House, our bigger primates also located here, gorillas, orangutan, bonobos, or a lot of our birds also here at stop number 1, and most of the food stands also here. Thanks everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day here at the world famous San Diego Zoo.
Little butts.
These are crocodiles.
You can already see him breathing. What?
Where?
Oh, yeah. I need to go get some. Is that a snake in there? I think so. I don't like snakes. Snakes. God.
Yeah.
Stand there, let me see if I can get a picture.
No. Oh, Mr. Suckhead.
What is it?
Mister! Grab them here. Two of them.
Oh, wow.
Those gotta be sharp. Look it. Here. Hey. Oh, did you see him?
Yeah, I see.
I think they're alligators.
Look, this is how moving.
Don't hit the glass, Justin. Justin, let me take your picture. Justin.
Why did that movie?
Come on, let's get into the sun. Come on, baby.
You tiger.
Eat the duck. Eat the duck. Yes, it's too much shadow though. Well, could have done with the zoom lens, but you can cook it.
Technical vocabulary.
Probably thinking so near and yet so far.
There's another one right there.
Might do.
Okay, dead. Just get him now. Something will there.
Okay, actually, I think I might have enough light.
See there? Oh, I see another one, Mom. Look there. See? Oh, yeah. There's another one.
Yeah, I found one there.
Oh, look at that. There's the other one.
Oh, fantastic.
There you go.
There you guys. What's that?
Fish meat. Oh, yeah.
That thing is too.
Let me see.
Look at this. Look at that.
Hey, tiger, look.
No, it's
Thank you.
Oh, look at that.
I know.
Maybe she'll be able to join it.
I thinking, oh, you'll have
The dog.
No, he's not going to kill the duck.
He's gonna kill the dog.
Yeah. Come on, kids, let's get out of here. They bite its mum.
Is the other one coming down now?
They just follow it.
Yeah, maybe it's going to go in the water. Him and his friend.
Wait, have Christopher Leo. I know what he's going to have. He's going to have stuffed Christopher Leo.
Have you
That sounds
stopped
good.
it?
Why don't we sleep?
Can he climb up here?
No, we can't. Oh, yeah. Yeah, don't get too close.
Look at, oh, nice picture.
Oh,
He's bigger than Scan Pig. Who's he from
They
bigger
must
than
be
Scan
sad.
Pig?
Well, honey?
They must be saddened.
It's a hell of a lot
Why?
less as well. Well, I don't know about
They
that.
don't have any bones.
Yeah, we're done.
It's pretty, huh? Nice company.
Small state they get. That's all they get. I see the last dinner. What is he cute? This is dinner last night. Where? I don't see any big old bones.
It's over in the water.
He went back the other side. Remember where we were just at? Right over there. Hey, Greg, go back over there. You go over there. Where were you at?
Come on, we're gonna go, Mama. I'm sorry.
Big kid, Dallas and something else. She's the Dallas.
The tiger. Wow. That's cute. Right here.
Okay, he's gonna rest now. There you go. I have a camera right now.
That's if there's no window here, you guys would be standing here.
Camila. This is his place. Tómale una foto. No,
There you go. Squeeze it, Mary.
El vidrio está sucio.
Wait, hold on. Do you see it now?
what is he looking at?
He's watching that.
Country song. Come on. Something smells here. I want it. Is it his last dinner?
Oh, wow, Maddie. Let's go.
See him, Elizabeth?
These are the okapi.
I know they're really big. They have really cool looking buttons though. They got stripes on them like a zebra. Do they have the baboons here with the rainbow buttons?
They got everything.
Well, at 3 o'clock is the sea lion show. The kids will love that. So we can
Yeah.
Not those guys, though. Look at them.
Listen, it was over, right? Remember last time we got to the weekend? It was so hot. It's a mouse. It's not a mouse. What? It's not a mouse. Cut off the head.
Yeah, that's probably what he has to do in the water. Maybe to get it to go down. Making sure it's good. See how it's good. Get it good and wet till it go down.
Oh, no.
I only like these big heads. These are head ones today. It's all eating their heads. So it isn't the one. They do like brains.
Maybe get smart so up there. You should see what's in San Antonio. You went to the zoo. You should see
Just sits with his hands holding the bottom, you know, like because it's got 4 hands. It's like he grips it with his feet. It's like with hands. Okay.
They don't climb up that. They don't climb up the main things that stick out on a weird angle.
Yeah.
gonna go on there.
Are we going to the meeting?
Years. Wait a minute. I think we know each other.
I got one of the dad
Why can't the chimps just climb out?
They don't swim.
Why can't they swim? They can go to one of the farthest out points.
I'm not sure if the branch was over far enough they could jump in.
What if they try to jump and out in the water?
That would be really sad.
Mom, look! Paul! He's on the ground.
At least you got to see him. Oh, there's another one over there.
See Paul? Well, that's one for
Oh, right there. Oh, this is
No, this one and then
I mean, that one's just some,
Oh, it's picking up flowers or something.
some kind of food.
I don't know.
Orangutan. Not climb on rocks.
These are full fishes.
where'd you go?
Hey, where'd you going? Where you going? Hey. Let's go back to the entrance. Look, he's going to the table.
He's wearing a hat. Where we at? They're separate. These are different. The other trucks are over there. The other one's oh, that's too funny. What they doing? They are frozen. That is
Hello, monkey. You want what is that? Mom. Oh, I'm
Okay, Rob.
There's no fish from the gas.
It's a big football tournament.
Look at that.
This is what we call a fern.
Hi. Is that water? Is that water like this? It's a taper. He's not looking at me. not looking at
Look at that pose.
He's not looking at me. Because he's very sad. Why do you think that? I don't know. Because he wants the food. Is that too carrot?
Ready? Structurally, it's like a deer.
Look at Mama! Mama! The baby! The baby! Oh my God!
Mouse deer.
Baby like that?
He can bite?
A mouse deer.
Bite? Oh! I think he can bite. You should see his finger. His mouth down.
Over here. Look at the snake over here.
You should see his
Mouse, though. The more I look at it, the more I see.
Yeah, this is what we call a mouse deer. Part mouse, part deer.
Mommy, come on.
See the big snake? See the big snake over there, Shane? Over here, snake.
Daddy, come here and see this one. Look, look at that.
What's that?
It looks like a deer to me.
Yes.
No, it's a mouse deer. Part mouse, part deer.
Dada, he's
Half a
looking
mouse.
at
There's a little one. Look. Watch out, he's taking a picture. Stay there, Shane. Stay there,
Okay,
Shane.
it's okay.
Okay.
Just
Look
kids.
at them, Shane. What's that? What is that, a mouse?
Hey,
Is that a squirrel?
it's okay.
Is that a kitty cat? No. Is that a skunk?
No, it's a deer.
It is?
You see what the sign says? Dada.
Oh. It's a mouse deer.
No.
It's a funny looking one. It looks like a mouse.
Oh, look at that! A big
Oh, look at his mouth open. What's that all about?
What?
Look at that. Wow, you don't get to see that very often.
Look at the way he's opening his big jaws. Look at
Wow. Maybe he's yawning.
Hi.
Maybe he just woke up.
Big boa constrictor.
Oh boy. It's a big mouth.
Man, what a combination for next door neighbors. A snake and a mouse. What would happen if they put them in the same one together?
Python.
Careful here.
Come on, Chief.
Python. Right there. Right back there. That looks like it just flinched.
What? Where's the snake?
Jack, take
What?
Rachel to feed. What did you put in yourself?
Mouse deer, jungle prey.
Take her to show her.
I don't know what to show her. Oh, there it is.
What?
Huge.
What? Show her. Move, Jack.
Ja, das ist ganz komisch, weil ich auch
Back to the okopis.
ganze Bein ist, sondern nur die oberen Teile. Das ist total ekelhaft. Ich glaube, die werden trotzdem aufgefressen, oder?
See that guy right there?
Oh my goodness, that's twice as big.
Also, es ist total komisch. Und mit Giraffe. Hallo, Lin. Guckst du mal die Ohren?
Pretty neato, isn't it?
Little wait, people here. Julia, focus! Little wait, people here. He's coming. He's bigger. So big. And just skin is going up. Ma, the skin is so going up.
Look at there's the baby. There's the baby. There's
Coming up.
Push it out so you can get some air, I guess.
Look.
Things are ugly.
Hey, move. Big, so big. Look at it. Julia, move.
Oh my gosh.
I just found you.
There's a baby one too. Here he is, Hunter. See you? See you, Michaela?
Julia, come! Julia, come! Just cool.
There they are, right here. Right here.
Would be a good pool pet, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
He's shining off.
What's that?
Baby, good
Well, yeah, but I guess that's her idea. Maybe when you have enough sense to bring it back up, I think it's just a moment just have them bring it
Yeah.
Is there a mail over here? This is it? Now, would you go back down, see how she puts her hair still?
Yeah.
There's a restroom right here by the
Excuse me.
Okay, now we have to walk up here, Maggie.
I can see the head. Maybe she should. There it is. It's the body.
Make sure you stay on the aisle, honey. Stay close to the wall.
They always come under that way in the air. I'm gonna fill the water.
The little baby just looks so confused. Yeah. Didn't we just go this way? I'm wondering if she just feels stressed with all of us here.
Here's a cone.
I'm wondering.
Daddy, Mama, they hurt too. Where? It hurt. Yeah. Victoria, we go to the bar. You guys want to, I'll get the rest of you for yeah, you'll be in that big old tummy, okay?
Yes, you've all done this much stuff.
No! Doctor me!
I wonder what her hair feels like. Probably like more hair, huh? He's right up at the glass. Look! Boom! Boom! Fat! Little baby's fat too. Get enough yourself? He's fat, man.
Thank you. She's doing the same thing. He's in the death way
Where's Timmy?
Timmy, what's the matter?
Mom, here. Mom, they were so funny they went without their heads.
Looks like chunky without their heads too.
Look, it looks like his body's from the outside. Body's
I wonder what he was doing when they're on
There.
I've got pictures now.
Shoot down, got it. That's so fake, you know?
Looks like a plastic toy.
I got it right here.
Yeah, I know his face came close. You take a picture?
Come on, when he comes close, he comes close.
He's trying to get his baby out of water, I think. Every single 2 seconds, it keeps him out of water. Come to this window again. Where's Dad? He's up, he's up. Oh, Dad, come here, let's stare at her. He's floating with the water. He can't.
See, Dad?
Look, he's coming up. He's coming up. Oh, look at her. She's trying to teach us. Look, Sherry.
Yeah, I shot one.
Okay.
This thing is huge.
Hopefully that will be better. I saw
Maybe I both come out. Come back this way. Maybe when it becomes real close.
Yeah. Here's going to a bit.
They're coming out.
There's another one back there.
Okay, here, she'll bring it back this way now.
Dustin, you will.
Theirs is so bad on the glass.
Yes, I tried. I don't know.
It's her way of teaching you how to go around and up. Look at the birds up there.
She fell down.
He just look, he lets himself get pushed.
He's doing good. We're still in
They didn't come up though.
You want to push him out.
Oh, here he comes again.
He looks fake, doesn't he?
That's a lie. Just watch his leg.
Bad gets
See, she's trying to get him to go up, isn't she? I mean, it's not like she's trying to
There's one there. There's one there.
Oh, it's coming up, maybe. Okay. Now, and the pulse came up.
Look how close it is to the It's kind of hot here.
Daddy, how big is that bell?
He's like blowing.
Doesn't look comfortable.
How big you are.
Daddy, how long does hippos stay in water? How long do they stay in water?
10 minutes? 5 minutes? Long time.
Yeah, I know. What's the name? It's really no good.
You gotta go across this way and then back up. There's a road that goes down here, and this trail will lead right up to the road. Yeah, this way. Yeah, I get if you walk down here, and the restroom is right there.
Oh, Mom, look.
And then you go right across the restroom, but there's a sign here that says no walking.
Right, there's one over here.
You gotta come out here, drop here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So this still trail is coming this way, so this one's coming back out of the
That's the baby.
These are called Schmitz.
Otters are endangered.
Cat Canyon, and then down into Elephant Mesa. Okay, so let's go up here. Okay, and we'll go see the elephant, then we'll go see the crocodile. Okay, we have to be there by 4 o'clock. Okay, nope, that's down. You want to go up.
Up there?
Up, Cat Canyon. Yeah, let's go see elephant Mesa. Of course.
Okay.
Okay.
What are they? Hyenas or?
It's like wild boars.
Oh yeah, they're wild boars. Come on, let's go. Mom, Nick, play. What is that? What do they do here?
one's the daddy. One right over here. The brown with the white one. Well, there's two different kinds of them. There's gazelles, which are the brown and the white one. And then there's deer, which are the all red ones. The ones with the horns are the daddies. Daddies have to fight each other.
Come on. Want a picture? Okay, Tasty wants a picture. I'll get a picture. Right? You like to sit with us, Michelle? Do I have it? I don't have it. It's in there. Siberian reindeer.
There's another one. That's the gloves. Prancer.
Tracy wants a picture.
He doesn't have a red nose. Daddy, where's the red nose?
Can I get a picture with Janice and Reindeer?
Hey, you. What are you snooping for?
What's that, Casey?
Pick up your bag. Sean. Hey.
Come here, Casey. What's that? Well, you gotta wait your turn.
Sean, get your up.
Yeah, just sit. These are gazelles.
We're not going over.
It's fun. Dad, look.
Yeah, it's not long though. We're almost to the top. And then we'll be going downhill. Oh, look, these are really
These are Calaminian deer.
that's the difference between our $20
Look, Alex.
$30. Southeast Crown Bleater.
Deer in the corner.
Funny guys, aren't they?
right. Well, I have to lift my head too high for the picture. I'm mad at your hair. Right?
Pretty young, and I think they just 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I think a few of them are young.
They're not related to black and buffalo or cattle. Recent research has put them more closer related to the expanded by their owners.
Eastern giant eland.
Characteristics, one of which are the white markings on their hind quarters. That's called a follow-me marker. Whenever they're running in danger, all an animal has to do is look up at the animal ahead of them and see the white markings, and then they know where to go. Follow me. The birds are known as marabou stork. They have no feathers on the tops of their heads because they're carrion eaters, so let's eat dead food. By not having any feathers up there, it does allow the sun to burn off the bacteria that accumulates up there. Marabou stork. And then one of the largest of the antelope species, known as the Lord Derby's eland of the eastern giant eland. This is that's on the right. That's a skin flap underneath the chin. Regal level they have sub-families, and underneath that are these antelope single antelope on the right. This is another horns are green and coming backwards. They have two different darker.
I see them. They're being baboons. They're baboons.
Christian, you see the monkeys? Christian.
They're like peeling the bark off the tree.
Looks like they're playing.
Yeah, they're eating it.
They're like.
Christian, is that like your monkey? Is that like your monkey? He's hanging upside down. He's trying to get the bark off the tree. They're so cool.
What are they doing?
What are you doing, Christian? Look. Please do not feed your animals. Por favor.